Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be taking a break from the sort of vlog style I've been doing to discuss fragrance-free policies. So a lot of places, public places, do have fragrance-free policies now. Employers are starting to implement them. Doctors' offices, clinics where you get your blood taken, hospitals are supposed to have them. Like a lot of different places have a fragrance-free policy. But what does that mean? So, fragrance-free does not just mean perfume and cologne, which is what I think a lot of people believe it means. It means any sort of fragrance. So, I would say about 98% of the population thinks they're fragrance-free when they are not. Take a look at everything you use, everything you kind of own. Read the ingredients list and see if it has fragrance in it. Fragrance can be hidden, so it might not just be listed as fragrance. Perfume, paraffin, fragrance are the most common, and they're in a lot of things. Other ones are essential oils, or they can be hidden in like oil of whatever on the ingredients list. So take a good hard look and see what is in the products you use and where. For me personally, laundry is a big issue for me, and a lot of people use fragrance laundry products. So if you're using fragrance laundry products and you go into somewhere with a fragrance-free policy, you're not actually following the fragrance-free policy. Now, the reason these policies were put in place was not to piss anyone off, which it seems like a lot of people get mad when you mention fragrance-free policy and they're not actually fragrance-free. It was actually put in to try to protect people's health. So there are people like me who are chemically sensitive, that small amounts of everyday use chemicals make them really sick. And asthma. A lot of asthma attacks are triggered by the chemicals and fragrances. Other respiratory illnesses that I'm not really familiar with, the same problem. They have a lot more difficulty with their conditions because of the chemicals that make up fragrance. Now, a lot of places went with the fragrance-free policy because it's ridiculously hard to be like, hey, cut out all chemicals. But fragrance is like, there's thousands and thousands of chemicals under the name fragrance. So you actually get rid of a good chunk of unnecessary chemicals in a place by putting in a fragrance-free policy. Of course, it has to be followed for that to actually work. I know a lot of people feel that it's holding back the way they express themselves and all sorts of other random excuses for not going fragrance-free. Honestly, it's not about you, it's about the people that are made sick by it. When you wear fragrance of any sort, and I'm going to go with laundry because that is the most common by far, and it is the strongest that I've run into lately, it's constantly being pumped off their body, like out of their clothes, and it's really actually hard to get out. It's now designed to stay forever. So, yeah, this constantly being put into the air, and you're constantly forcing that on other people. So remember, it's not necessarily about you, it's about the people whose health is impacted by these chemicals. And to me, it's also like having something that's like a public building that is supposed to be accessible for everyone, which has a whole bunch of stairs and no ramp. Okay, I think you could kind of see where I'm going here. Someone who is completely wheelchair bound is not going to be able to access that building. It's the same thing for someone whose condition is made worse by the fragrance chemicals. You're now denying that person access to that building, service, whatever. It's also harmful to your health. You just might not notice it yet. So, like, I find people that I've talked to who've cut back on the fragranced products or completely eliminated them, they feel that their health is better overall since getting rid of those products. They don't have those mystery headaches anymore, those aches and pains, and all sorts of weird random symptoms that nobody could figure out, or they weren't bad enough to see the doctor about. But those all went away when they transitioned to the chemical-free kind of fragrance-free products. So yeah, I highly recommend, just as like the very beginning of your little journey here to help make the world a safer and more accessible place, is to read the ingredients list on everything you have, and don't buy the stuff with fragrance in it. Your choices do affect the health of people around you. So to allow people access to basic needs, please consider going fragrance-free and actually following that fragrance-free policy. Thanks for watching. Bye.